While Washington fights over pipelines, Beijing is quietly wiring the entire developing world to run on Chinese-made electricity, and with it, Chinese influence. Welcome to the Great Energy Divergence of 2026. For the last century, global supremacy was dictated by a single, viscous liquid. If you controlled the oil, you controlled the world. Empires rose and fell on the price of a barrel. But right now, we are watching the greatest geopolitical pivot in human history unfold in real time, and almost no one in the West is paying attention. The United States has proudly consolidated its position as the ultimate petrostate, doubling down on record shale production, massive offshore drilling, and liquefied natural gas exports. Across the Pacific, China has evolved into something entirely unprecedented. They have become the world's first true electrostate. They are not merely participating in the electric vehicle, commercial drone, and advanced battery markets. They have completely monopolized the entire ecosystem from dirt to dealership. America believes it is projecting strength by supplying its European and Asian allies with oil and gas, effectively pushing 20th century fossil fuel dependencies as a form of foreign policy. But this is the ultimate strategic blind spot. Washington is currently winning the old war while completely losing the new war. Soft power, the cultural and economic influence that built the American empire, is officially dead. It is being aggressively replaced by what we call hardwired power. Look closely at the emerging markets stretching across Africa, South America, and Southeast Asia. What you will see is the rapid, relentless deployment of a new geopolitical technology stack. China is selling 21st century infrastructure, sprawling solar farms, massive offshore wind turbines, and artificial intelligence-driven smart grids at absolutely knockdown, heavily subsidized prices. They are systematically laying the physical cables of the future. This is not just international trade. This is a masterclass in technological colonization. Think of it like this. It is like selling someone a magnificent, highly advanced lamp at a massive discount, but you are the only one who owns the electrical outlet in the room. When a developing nation signs a multi-billion-dollar contract for a Chinese-built power grid, they are not just buying cheap electricity to keep the lights on. They are falling into the ultimate infrastructure lock-in. Choosing a country's foundational energy grid is not a casual transaction. It is a 50-year marriage. Once a nation runs on Chinese battery storage facilities, operates millions of Chinese solar panels, and commutes in an endless fleet of BYD electric buses, they are effectively tethered to Beijing software, maintenance protocols, and regulatory standards forever. You cannot just unplug a national grid and switch providers when politics change. By the time these countries realize who actually holds the master switch, it will be far too late to renegotiate the terms. The financial fallout of this global divergence is already rewriting the map of global wealth. The major American oil companies are celebrating record dividend payouts today, completely oblivious to the fact that their long-term growth narrative is being systematically dismantled piece by piece. Meanwhile, Chinese manufacturing giants like BYD and CATL are no longer just automotive and battery companies. They operate as sovereign strategic assets. They dictate the future cost of mobility for billions of people. And beneath all of this hardware lies the true, terrifying chokepoint: rare earth mining. You cannot build a next-generation battery, a high-efficiency solar panel, or a military-grade drone without these critical minerals. China controls the processing and refining capacity for nearly all of them. They own the African and South American mines. They own the domestic refineries. And now, they own the final product. The United States chose the familiar, highly profitable comfort of the drill bit, betting heavily that the world would remain addicted to crude for another 100 years. But the future is already here, and it does not run on internal combustion. It runs on lithium, cobalt, and copper, all extracted, refined, and packaged under a Chinese flag. By the time the West finally wakes up to the terrifying reality of the electrostate, the undersea cables will already be laid, the smart grids will already be humming, and the breaker switch will be firmly resting in the hands of Beijing. America may have proudly fueled the 20th century, but China quietly owns the future.